Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Buckeye Politics. It's me, your favorite Ohioan. Today we're going to be looking at some international news. I'm coming from OPEC, which is the Organization of Petroleum Exporting Countries. I believe I said that right. And it's an organization of a bunch of different countries from around the world, mostly in the Middle East and Africa. Also, I believe Russia and Venezuela are included. And it's basically an organization of countries that produce the most oil and petroleum and natural gas, things like that, and export them around the world. And they have recently come out with a new, I guess you could say, deal that they plan to cut production by 100,000 barrels a day. Obviously, gas prices have been decreasing across the United States recently. In some areas, they're still relatively high, but overall, the last couple months or so, the prices have been going down. They used to be about $5, upper $4, some places almost $6, and now they're more like $3, $4, which is still a lot higher than they were even 2 years ago. But still, they've certainly been going down. That said, this news is probably means that we're going to see higher gas prices once again. And granted, 100,000 barrels a day, as we're going to read here, isn't a huge amount in the big picture. I mean, they produce about 40 million barrels a day, so it's only about 1/10% of the daily production. But as time goes on, and they continue to slowly cut oil producing, because it's not just 100,000 barrels off the bat. They're going to do it a day and for as long as really until it takes. And there's really no reason behind this. There's a couple of political reasons. There's also a couple economic reasons, which we'll get into. And the big thing that the big economic reason they're doing this is because they do not want the price of oil to go under $100 a barrel, because that's not good for big business. And these countries, obviously, if they're part of OPEC, petroleum and oil is a huge part of their economy. And if the price of oil gets too low, barrel prices keep dropping, that hurts their economy at home. So they want to keep the price at least relatively stable in order to maintain a functioning economy, which good for them. Currently, or at least as of Monday when this news came out, the price of barrel was about $96.50, which is a huge decrease from about 116, which it was around June when prices were skyrocketing. So even then, it's just interesting to note. And so if we come down here, we'll see that during Biden's trip to Saudi Arabia in July, the Saudis said that they had intended to production cut, and that was the reason Biden was meeting with them, to kind of keep the production at least stable. But it seems like either they didn't come to a term or they went back on that. And plus, OPEC said they were shutting off a key pipeline to Germany. This kind of leads to the other thing. So Russia, like I said, is also a member of OPEC. And they recently announced on Monday, along with this decision, Russia has announced that they are going to cut off oil to Germany, which has already caused chaos across Eastern Europe, because there's no oil, there's no energy, and Europe is stupid, and they relied on Russia for a large amount of their oil and petroleum. And because of that, it has led to massive energy crisis in places like Germany, Czech Republic, Hungary, Poland, other nations like that. And this is kind of the political side to it. I mentioned the economic side. In order to keep their economy stable, they want to keep barrel at about $100. They want to keep oil at about $100 a barrel, just to maintain a good price for their countries. And oil had been dropping for a while, so they kind of want to stabilize the price. That's why they're cutting production. But the other political side to this is that the West has imposed heavy sanctions on Russia because of the war in Ukraine. And originally this was said, oh, this is going to hurt Russia. Russia is crying right now. But the Russian economy, all experts have said, has been holding very steady despite all the money we've put into Ukraine, all the sanctions we imposed on Russia. The Russian economy is holding steady. The ruble, I believe, actually took over the U.S. dollar for a certain amount of time in terms of worth, and now we're getting screwed over. The Russians are like, if you're going to put sanctions on us, they're not hurting us, but still, it's a dick move. We're going to cut off your oil. Screw you guys. And this just shows that the West's incompetence in terms of maintaining their own oil. We're so reliant on green energy that we were looking to Russia to provide us with oil, and then we wonder when we get them sanctions why they're not cutting off of oil, and why Eastern and Central Europe is in chaos right now. And the United States is probably going to be pretty soon on this. I expect the price of oil to go up about a month from now. Usually oil prices and gas prices are about a month fluctuation, so they continue to cut about $100 a barrel, about 100,000 barrels a day. I'd say around October end of September, early October, I'd say we'll really start to see prices ticking up, which kind of brings the midterm thing, and that could really benefit Republicans. We saw as the price of oil really fell, Republicans began to lose momentum in the generic ballot and polling, and they're still doing relatively well, and there were other reasons Republicans were doing well before there. But still, the price of gas being very high was a very clear indicator of how poorly the economy was doing under Joe Biden. And with this happening right here, I'm sure it's not directly implemented implemented to Biden, but the sanctions on Russia and being very harsh on Russia because of the invasion of Ukraine, and not being able to play geopolitics very well and convince the Saudis to give us oil clearly is going to have an effect, and it's going to hurt the U.S. economy, and it's going to cause gas prices to skyrocket in about a month from now. So with that, thank you for watching this video. I do hope you enjoyed. If you did, please like and subscribe for more.